When I recount the story of how this guy, the king, gave a massive amount of debt that he wrote off for this Petey Wincy guy who had a 2-cent debt. When I think of what the offense I was to God the Father, when I think of the fact that I was hostile against heaven, when I think of the fact that I had no regard for God, when I was an enemy, Jesus was dying on the cross. When Jesus died, God knew I would be born some almost 2,000 years later. He knew that. And he knew I would be about my own business. And he said, I'm dying for Cedric Beckers. When I get a hold of that, I have no right to not release somebody. No right not to release my mom. No right not to release my brother. No, I talk about my biological brother. No right not to release my biological sister. I have no right not to release my children or my spouse. None. Because when I think of the fact that the only reason I'm still called a child of God is because I was all of that, Jesus' righteousness covered it. That's what covered it. I owe a debt. I have a debt that created an obligation. I'm not living to pay the debt. I'm living because the debt was paid. You see the difference? I'm not trying to pay back what God did for me. Because of what was paid, I have an obligation in my relationships to ensure that I am not the one that's causing